The human spirit tirelessly strives for the understanding of the unknown, for the comprehension of mysteries hidden from our eyes. After all, each new discovery, each previously unknown fact, makes us marvel at the boundlessness of the world around us, especially when these findings are made underwater. You are on the Top Facts Black channel. Before we begin, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and at the end to rate the video with either a like or a dislike. I wish you a pleasant viewing experience. And of course, let us get going. An expedition led by the French archaeologist Franck Gaudiot unexpectedly discovered a mysterious statue in the waters of Egypt. This event prompted Gaudiot to embark on a new mission, the search for a lost city, the existence of which he was certain. With the help of advanced underwater scanning technology, the researcher managed to locate a city submerged at a depth of more than 6 kilometers from the shore. As a result of the expedition, not only were the ruins of the city discovered, but also 64 ships, gold coins, 700 anchors, and statues more than 5 meters tall. Welcome to Thingvellir National Park in Iceland, a place where millennia of history and natural wonders blend into harmonious unity. Here, on the boundary between two continents, the Silfra fissure breaks through, bearing witness to the never-ending battles between the forces of the Earth. Formed in the year 1789 after a series of powerful earthquakes, this fissure has become a symbol of nature's might and beauty. It is precisely here that you can experience the unique sensation of swimming between two tectonic plates, as though journeying between worlds. The defining feature of the Silfra fissure is its water, so transparent and pure that it surpasses anything you have ever seen. Enveloped by this precious natural treasure, you can take small sips, savoring its exceptional freshness and purity. Have you ever dreamed of unveiling the secrets of space and the enigmas lurking beyond the known world? Billionaire and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos not only dreamed but dared to embark on a bold adventure. In 2012, inspired by the Apollo 11 mission of 1969, Bezos decided to find the F1 engines of the Saturn V spacecraft, which, after being used for a short time, had sunk into the dark waters of the Atlantic Ocean at a depth of 5 kilometers. Gathering a team of specialists, he used a modern deep-water sonar to find the long-forgotten engines. What they discovered was described by Bezos as an underwater wonderland. Recovering the debris from the depths of the ocean was akin to a space mission. Among the underwater darkness, Bezos's team found enough parts to restore 2 Saturn V F1 engines. In 2012, the story of underwater circles on the ocean floor began to captivate those who love mysteries and riddles. Japanese photographer Yoji Yukata accidentally discovered these astonishing geometric patterns at the southern tip of Japan, not far from Amami Oshima Island. The incredible wavy designs, nearly 6 feet in diameter, were found at a depth of about 25 meters, true works of art created by marine life. Underwater cameras helped identify the source of these astonishing creations, not an alien, but a small pufferfish. Watching it tirelessly swim back and forth, creating circular ridges with its fins, makes it clear that this incredible masterpiece is purely the work of its own fins. The pufferfish decorates its creations with small shells, carefully placing them inside the grooves. But why does it do this? It turns out it is all for love. Female pufferfish are attracted to these circles to mate and lay their eggs. Just 15 minutes away from Tulum on the Yucatan Peninsula lies one of the most breathtaking places for diving. A few meters beneath the ocean's surface, a phenomenon occurs where fresh water coexists with salt water. This happens thanks to a layer of hydrogen sulfide that separates the fresh water from the seawater, creating a magical cloudy mirror, scientifically known as a halocline. Diving into the cenote Angelina, which in Spanish means little angel, is undoubtedly an angelic experience. This natural sinkhole formed about 6,500 years ago when groundwater burst forth from beneath a collapsed limestone cover. Swimming through this cloud, you witness a ghostly scene of overturned trees and a mist-covered river, as if emerging from legends. Would you like to visit this place? Write your answer in the comments and let us move on. Sometimes, diving into the depths of the underwater world can reveal astounding facets of human history and existence. This happened to Bradley Russell, who explored one of the many mysterious cenotes on the Yucatan Peninsula. In the absolute darkness, a story spanning 10,000 years awaited them. Ancient skulls, bearing witness to the fate of the earliest inhabitants of Mexico, were hidden there, away from human eyes. His team found one particular skull, likely belonging to a 30-year-old woman. 3 distinct marks from blows on the skull and crater-like deformation spoke of a tragic end to her life. The injuries may have been caused by an infection related to syphilis. One theory suggests that she was left to die in the cave or even beaten to death. This unfortunate woman and many other skeletons had remained hidden since the waters embraced them nearly 10,000 years ago. It is astonishing what we can find underwater when we muster the courage and set out to explore unknown depths. Sometimes, dives become not just explorations of the underwater world, but also the unveiling of a page in history. In the spring of 2017, Fred Davos and Sam Meacham descended into Mayan underwater caves and discovered an ancient mine. This astonishing historical dive revealed before their eyes tools made from broken stalagmites, stalactites, and stones scattered everywhere. Tons of sediment had been removed from this cave. Here, ochre, a natural clay pigment, was mined. Using beautiful stalagmites, they extracted ochre from the cave floor. The age of this ochre mining is about 11,000 years, making it the oldest ochre mine in the Americas. The divers needed a great deal of courage to squeeze through tight passages in murky waters. But imagine the insane bravery of the ancient miners who worked in the dark hundreds of meters underground without a single ray of light. The colorful world of underwater caves served as a time capsule, revealing a labyrinth of beauty and history stretching back thousands of years. Not all astonishing underwater discoveries are made by divers. Have you ever seen a giant oarfish? Usually these creatures live at depths of about 200 meters. They are known for their enormous size, reaching up to 36 meters in length. Imagine prehistoric monsters that resemble huge serpents swimming in the ocean depths. Picture the magnificent surprise that kayakers in Mexico experienced when they encountered not one but 2 such oarfish, each more than 4 meters long. Meeting these marine leviathans was a true honor. However, since both fish seemed to be in distress, the kayakers did their best to return them to the sea. Unfortunately, their attempts were unsuccessful, and the fish eventually washed ashore, where they could not be saved. Imagine a picturesque beach in Florida, white sand, cocktails, and everyone enjoying their relaxation. But suddenly, a giant eyeball the size of a basketball is discovered on the beach. This find sparked much discussion on the internet, with everyone trying to unravel its origin. Research did not yield a definitive answer. Some suggested that it might be the eye of a giant squid. However, wildlife specialists lean toward it belonging to a large fish, possibly a swordfish. Compared to it, our eyes seem tiny. So imagine that you are a diver looking into the eyes of a giant squid or a swordfish. Without a doubt, they would win any staring contest. The question remains which poor fish lost its eye and how it ended up on the beach. It is unlikely that a diver won a battle here. More likely something much larger from the depths of the blue sea. In any case, it was a magnificent and mysterious eyeball. A group of 2 submarines managed to capture unique footage. Right beside them, this gigantic creature swam by. However, apparently it did not like these submarines and decided to swim away from them. What do you think? Is this photoshopped? Or did the divers truly film something that no one was ever meant to see? Write your opinion in the comments, and let us move on. On the westernmost island of Japan, Yonaguni, an astonishing underwater wonder lies hidden. In the 1980s, this island was already attracting divers eager to swim among formidable hammerhead sharks. However, the true mystery only revealed itself in 1986, when Kahachiro Aratake discovered an unusual underwater monument. Nicknamed the Underwater Machu Picchu, this monument is located just 5 meters below the surface. Scientists believe that it was built around 10,000 years before our era, during the Ice Age. Debates continue to this day about whether it was created by human hands or formed naturally. After all, its perfect angles and intricate carvings seem too precise to be a coincidence. Professor Masaki Kimura is certain that the pyramid was carved into layers of sandstone and mudstone. At the discovery site, stone tools, artifacts, and inscribed tablets were found. Many believe that this could be a Japanese Atlantis, a lost city with pyramids, arches, steps, terraces, and even a stadium. However, opinions are divided. Many believe it is a natural monolith modified by humans. Archaeologists and scientists continue to argue about its true nature. But whatever it may be, The underwater world of Yonaguni proves once again that it can reveal to us countless incredible stories and lessons. In the depths of the underwater world, treasures are hidden, revealed only to a few. Such is the case with the Lion City, intentionally flooded in 1959 for the construction of a xenon dam. At a depth of 40 meters, the water became a stronghold protecting the city from wind erosion, sun, and rain. One's imagination conjures up images of travelers swimming through the streets of the lost city, exploring its hidden corners and labyrinths. Qiandao Lake, also known as the Lake of 1,000 Islands, stretches across 600 kilometers, astonishing with its beauty. But it is the Lion City that is the true pearl of this underwater world, capable of attracting adventurers. It is believed to have been founded during the Tang Dynasty, nearly 1,400 years ago. Rediscovered in 2001, it was recognized as a historical relic. Majestic white temples, houses adorned with classical Chinese guardian lion statues, dragons, and phoenixes. All of this recalls the 300,000 people who once inhabited this place. Divers often encounter the most unusual objects left on the ocean floor: lost iPhone keychains, mysterious message bottles. But once they stumbled upon a find hidden in the depths of the water since the time of the Second World War. A bomb lying on the seabed was an artillery shell, once used in the warfare of the past century. According to the astonished diver, it might still have been capable of exploding. However, before drawing any conclusions, they decided to wait for the bomb disposal team. After a thorough examination, the shell was delivered to a museum, becoming a living testament to history and the courage of those times. Although the search yielded results, divers should remain on guard while diving and swimming. You never know what secrets lie hidden beneath the water's surface. An attack by a multi-legged inhabitant of the depths, an octopus, has already become a commonplace occurrence. But this time, in the shadowy underwater thickets, an extraordinary story played out. A diver, fascinated by the underwater world, was diving among various inhabitants, filming their lives and behavior. Suddenly, out of the depths, an octopus approached him, as if intent on expressing its disapproval of the photo shoot. The gleaming demon of the depths not only attacked the underwater paparazzo, but also tried to snatch the camera from the man. Thus, the story reminds us that we must show caution and respect towards the inhabitants of the marine depths. We hope the octopus returned the camera to the diver, allowing him to continue his research with greater courtesy toward his subjects. "Let us go for a ride," fish might jokingly suggest to one another as they survey their underwater kingdom. After all, it is not uncommon to see marine inhabitants riding on each other. But today, their gaze was fixed on something entirely different. A diver exploring the depths came upon an underwater motorcycle, a truly unusual sight. Here arise thoughts about the mysterious owner and the reasons for its presence there. Perhaps one of the fish decided to upgrade its transport, or maybe a human deliberately hid it underwater, or perhaps someone planned to send the motorcycle to an underwater auction. Whatever the case, somewhere nearby, its owner may be waiting on the sidelines, dreaming of the return of his faithful steel steed. The abandoned underwater motorcycle stands as a reminder of the wonders and mysteries concealed by the depths of the ocean. Among the marine algae and deep-sea inhabitants, a shark sculpture emerged as if embodying fear and awe. But this shark was not ordinary. Its appearance was so eerie and simultaneously mesmerizing that divers could not look away. The question arises, who created this work of art? Or could these be the remains of an ancient shark, overgrown with algae and turned into a grim sculpture? We have a small theory for you. Perhaps this sculpture was part of an advertising campaign for the film Melam Loraka. Created to attract tourists and promote the cinematic masterpiece, this shark turned into a mysterious and mystical phenomenon at the bottom of the ocean, causing anyone who sees it to experience both trepidation and admiration. A cemetery is a place of rest and remembrance where we leave our departed loved ones. But imagine a cemetery hidden from view at the bottom of a lake, where silence becomes even more tangible. Such a place was captured on video by a diver. Amid the cold depths of the lake lies a strange and mystical underwater cemetery, the final resting place of those who perished in the catastrophe of a sunken boat or ship. This place inspires awe and admiration with its unusual appearance. Among other seabed inhabitants, the team discovered a strange pink creature moving with the help of a pair of tiny fins. This animal's appearance was so unusual that researchers immediately began studying it more closely. Further investigation allowed scientists to uncover the true nature of this enigmatic creature. It turned out to be a rare type of sea cucumber, also known as the headless chicken monster, because it resembles an unfamiliar roasted chicken on a spit. This discovery was a true breakthrough in studying the underwater world and a vivid proof that the ocean depths conceal countless unexplored mysteries. Deep in the underwater caves of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, a complete skeleton of a teenage girl named Naya was found by a team of scientists in 2007. It is estimated that Naya was about 13,000 years old at the time of her death. Amazingly, during that time the caves were completely dry, and fate led Naya to fall 190 feet into a deep pit where she died almost instantly. Thanks to the exceptionally good preservation of the remains, this skeleton became one of the most genetically complete human skeletons in the United States. DNA studies showed that Naya is a genetic ancestor of modern indigenous Americans. In the world of underwater inhabitants, there is a wondrous creature, the seahorse, whose males possess a rare gift and responsibility. They undergo an astonishing process of giving birth to thousands of offspring at once. Male seahorses are the only known creatures on the planet capable of becoming pregnant and giving birth. After the female seahorse deposits her eggs into a special pouch on the male's belly, an amazing process begins. In this pouch, the male incubates up to 2,000 offspring at once and fertilizes the eggs. Inside the pouch, a miracle occurs. The gestation period lasts from 10 to 25 days, depending on the species of seahorse. When it is time to give birth, the male pushes dozens of tiny seahorses out of the pouch, ready to begin their journey in the ocean's depths. What is stranger? The incredible creations of nature or the amusing names we humans give them? This certainly applies to sarcastic fringeheads, creatures that, in the scientific literature, receive the name remarkably ugly. Sarcastic fringeheads have large mouths and are ambush predators, while the Frenchhead, note, likely referring to a related species, uses the color of their mouths to communicate with each other. It would seem these creatures have a lot to say to one another. In one video, two sarcastic fringeheads fight each other over territory, and the deep-sea camera skillfully captures this moment for our curiosity. The next discovery occurred 80 kilometers off the coast of Bulgaria at a depth of 2 kilometers. This concerns a completely preserved 23-meter merchant ship. It is astonishing how it retained such a splendid appearance under the challenging conditions of the Black Sea. Radiocarbon analysis showed that this find is about 2,400 years old. This is the first time that an ancient ship has been found virtually intact. Benches for rowers, masts, and a rudder have all been preserved. The ship's crew could have consisted of 15 to 25 people, and perhaps their remains will also be found. Studying the ship's construction led scientists to conclude that it could sail both under sail and by oars, was mainly used for trade, and was built in an ancient Greek settlement located on the territory of modern-day Bulgaria. Well, friends, I think we can wrap it up for today. These were astonishing discoveries that scientists still cannot fully explain. If you enjoyed this episode and would like to see something similar, write comments, leave likes, subscribe to the Top Facts Black channel, and right now, watch one of these other episodes.